How long gone? It's your friend Chris Black coming to you from New York City. I'm joined by my co-host, Dem Jeans. What's good?
I'm good. Just finished a little workout. Got a little creatine running through my veins. Drinking a nice peanut butter, blueberry smoothie right now that I feel like would really be up your alley, Chris. Just a Cali lifestyle. I saw this photo of Machine Gun Kelly walking out of Erewhon with a slice of pizza and some sushi and a green drink, and I was like,
of course.
If there's nothing more tempting to get Chris to come to LA than that photo is what I thought like 10 minutes ago. Like you could have a job offer, you could be the Emmys, the grant, whatever it is. Just the idea that it's an 83 degree day, and you could go walk to Erewhon, grab some dope ass sushi, slice of raw pizza, and just cruise for the rest of the day. That sounds good, doesn't it?
It does sound good. I mean, you know how I feel about mixing smoothies with food, but the rest of it, who knows? The smoothie could have been for his.
It could have been a green juice. Could have been an elixir.
Mixing elixir with food is also great. But speaking of food, though, I was reading. I sent you this earlier, but I was reading the New York Post, the world's greatest newspaper, and
it's a good one.
Among all of the other sensational Diddy reporting, there was someone said that he loved applesauce so much that he would even often put it on top of a cheeseburger. So I kind of wanted to. That's the real freak off, in my opinion. So I just kind of wanted to get a food lover's take on this.
Sure.
Do you see the flavors mixing, or is he crazy?
So I would say, it's definitely an unconventional burger topping, smash or not. We have seen some burgers that wade into maybe like a fig, onion reserve jam with like a blue cheese and a pear compote. There could be something if we're getting real arugula with it. But I think this is the urban version of Donald Trump putting ketchup on his steak. It ended up being more of an offense than his, war crimes. And Diddy putting applesauce on his cheeseburger all by himself is somehow more damning to him personality-wise than some of his piss-related offenses.
Because applesauce to me is sort of the lube of food. Which I'm realizing. Like I never thought about that before.
It's a lube of food.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's not the lube.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
As soon as you hit kindergarten, the applesauce consumption.
I wonder if he was
really hockey sticks down.
I wonder if he was loyal to a certain maker.
He's like, I have an artisanal. I go up to Hudson twice a week, and they can them, they jar them, they preserve them all there. They do like a little blend of some Envy, some Honey Crisp, and
my beekeeper is also my applesauce guy, so it's a pretty easy trip upstate to just kind of knock it all out.
I'm gonna assume he's not going full artisanal. I think he's definitely. I think he's probably a Mott's guy.
I would think so too.
Because if you're putting applesauce on your food as a 60-year-old billionaire, it's definitely rooted in some type of childhood trauma or psychology.
Yeah.
So he's not reaching for the Santa Cruz organic cold pressed.
He's hitting the Costco in the Bronx.
He's not getting a jar of the Vermont Village Creamery.
Yeah, sure. He's hitting the Bronx for the Mott's. Well, it was. I'm only following the trial closely because it's inescapable. And today, enemy of the show, Kid Cudi.
He's not an enemy of mine, just to be clear.
Well, he's only musically an enemy. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
He was aura farming at the trial, and people were making fun of him for aura farming. And I'm sad that I'm saying those words out loud, but I think he did do a good job at aura farming.
I don't know what that means. Do you mean dressing like he's in the Ramones to go to court and smoking a cigarette for photographers?
Aura farming just means like doing something that makes you look awesome and badass, that you possess a certain aura. So, just hanging out in front of the hot chicks, kicking your leg up against the wall, smoking a cig, and then flicking it at the principal.
Okay.
My God, I want to suck that thing. So Kid Cudi's like, what? In defense of Cutter, I will say the walk from your Suburban to the courtroom is one of the only real awesome times for one to aura farm.
I've never heard this term before. I would like for you to stop saying it.
Okay.
But no, I'm joking. But Kid Cudi, I mean, he's a fashion chameleon, as we know. And this is a shade that I don't know if punk works for him that well. And the cigarette does feel performative, like I'm stressed out, like that meme.
Yeah, I mean, he looks insane, of course.
But
he looks like the bad guy on Doug.
But
I forgot his name.
I love Doug, bro. I love Doug.
I mean, he looks like he's like, all right, I'm gonna go talk about how a music mogul tried to blow up my car with a Molotov cocktail after he was raping my girlfriend and broke into my house. Yeah, I'm going to dress like I'm in the film Grease. Let's do that.
It's extremely grease coated. But he said also on the stand, another unfortunately, Diddy is a horrible guy and he should go to jail. But unfortunately, breaking into Kid Cudi's house and unwrapping his family's Christmas presents is one of the coolest things I've ever heard. He broke into his house, unwrapped his family's Christmas presents, shut his dog in the bathroom. That is the coolest. That's something I would do. That's like a good crime. That's a harmless crime.
Well, if you break into someone's, it's not a harmless crime. That is psychological terrorism. Letting somebody know that you're able to
you're
get
the
into
psychological terrorist in this relationship.
Privately guarded home.
Don't throw
with
applesauce at me. Do not throw your.
I was curious about locking the dog in the bathroom. So to me, I read that as user error on the dog's part. If you are a guard dog, you are allowing a stranger to enter your home and then shoo you into the guest bath, maybe with a begging strip, maybe with nothing, and you allow this man to lock you in the bathroom where he's able to go open all of your Chanel gift baskets and go through your refrigerator, put his feet up on the couch and kick him around, Rick James style. The dog should be grabbing a leg. It should be going down with the ship.
I mean, I think the dog was probably some sort of pure breed $10,000. I don't know if Kid Cudi's working with a ravenous pit bull.
We don't know. I mean, it's a spectrum.
It's definitely a spectrum. That's true. But I found this all to be very captivating stuff from the Kid Cudi portion of the trial.
And we're just getting started. And a good thing or a point that was brought up by somebody, I forgot who said it, but how come this is not being televised? This every day, it reminds me of when Trump was in office in the first month. Every day you open the news or your phone and 80 insane things happened or were said on record. Okay, I just looked it up. Kid Cudi's current dog is a golden doodle named Nino Brown. Okay.
Nino Brown ain't taking Diddy toes off. That's for sure. Nino Brown ain't even taking a chunk out of the quad. There's nothing that dog can do.
Bad Nino Brown. And also, I mean, I don't know when this all went down, but before his golden doodle was around, he had an English bulldog named Freshie, who he adopted 15 years ago while on set for How to Make It in America.
That sounds like
notably his best work.
That sounds like a dog that you name while you're wearing Huff weed socks, and that really tracks for that.
He should be on trial for naming his dog Freshie.
I mean, that's one more charge. Let's throw it against the wall. One more charge.
Yeah, a lot of yeah. I mean, that is tough, and I think like I said with the applesauce and the cheeseburger for Diddy. And then we all realizing that Trump enjoys ketchup on his steak. I think there's like a bizarre through line here of powerful, evil men. This is a flag if they have this sort of bizarre infantile style of eating where they, only something that a child would do. And this is a powerful billionaire, evil person. I would say that's a tell. If you're wondering if somebody's good or bad, see how they're eating.
Let's check the Kroger receipts is what you're saying.
No. I mean, like, follow him into Cipriani, and if he orders the his spaghetti only with butter and noodles, and then squirts barbecue sauce on it, or what, some odd thing going on like that. That's when you go into your FBI earpiece and say, well, let's light them up. We've got the asset. Take them back.
Got the asset. I got the asset. Let's go. Let's go.
I wanted to talk about or complain and commiserate about Ryan Murphy doing the Shards, but I think it would be a good idea to save that for our guest. I think they might have a lot of thoughts, but some people in tech news, people are tagging Chris and I and sending us images that we may reveal or appear like Jony Ive and Sam Altman.
I have to tell you the complete truth. I did not know who those people were by looking at them.
Okay.
I
believe that. I think there's a
50-50
50-50 that you would know Sam Altman, but Jony Ive, he's not necessarily a household name, and especially not a household face. He kind of just looks like
Be careful.
just a very regular guy. Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think that you resemble him at all, but I think it's just the two different. I mean, it's mainly just two white guys, and one person doesn't have very much hair, and one person has more hair.
That's all it takes.
One person has maybe more of a muscular build, and one person's a little more slender manny. But people were saying in the video of them, their fake commercial where they hang out together and
that shit's sick
in crime-free San Francisco, in sucker-free SF, and people are saying like, oh, they're gonna combine forces and create these new AI devices, and we don't even know what it's gonna be. We're not gonna have phones anymore. We're not gonna have computers anymore. Whatever it's gonna be. And people are speculating that Jony Ive, the glasses that he's wearing in the commercial, are actually a sneak peek of the wearable device in question.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that is the case, because so far we've just had these meta kind of rapist Ray-Bans that just like only a predator would own and wear in public.
No, I got to push back. I got to push back on you on that. The Ray-Ban.
Okay.
Well, Ray-Ban, that's the most classic sunglasses shape that exists. There's no way to you might not want to rock it yourself, but I think it's pretty flattering.
I respect the Ray-Ban. I think it's cool. I've owned pairs before, but the Meta ones that have a light on them and have obviously it's as sleek as possible.
Yeah, true.
But you still see it coming from a mile away. It's not a red flag, but it's pink.
I think you legally maybe need to see it coming.
There is some of that. Like if I am taking the upskirt photo, the light has to turn green for 1 second to let the world know. But I'm hoping. I'm not saying that the Ray-Bans are the worst of all time, but it's not cool enough for. I mean, obviously we're not wearing them, and nobody we know owns them, so it's not there yet. But the ones that Jony Ive was wearing kind of has like a 70s mini aviator Tom Ford kind of, brown plastic.
Those are absolutely not smart glasses. Those are definitely like Cutler and Gross glasses. There's no way they could fit the technology. Anyway, our guest is here, Jason. We should get to it.
Okay, sorry. I forgot that Chris has a master's in industrial electrical engineering. We do have a guest today.
Yeah, I mean, I have never mind. Jonathan Parks-Ramage is he's a Los Angeles novelist and playwright. Yes, Daddy came out in 2021. He's got a new book coming out. It's not the end of the world very soon, but he's also the co-creator of the Big Gay Jamboree, which is, funnily enough, what we called this podcast when we first started it. So I'm glad.
And super awkward sauce, but he just came on the Zoom, and he is wearing the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and this is going to be a very tricky hour. Let's give him a jingle.
Jason, would you say this is maybe the sexiest anyone has come on this? Chest is out.
Yes.
He's got chest out. He's got chain on. He's got tinted glasses on. It feels like
you could. I think he had a Kate Somerville 915 because everything is glowing.
I know you're in promo mode, but still.
Yeah, my motto in life is tits out for the boys.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
put it on my gravestone. Here lies Jonathan. His tits were out for the boys.
Is it that warm in LA, or is
it's
this
so
just kind of
warm.
how you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I mean, I am. I've been in a tit focused era, I have to say. Like I've been experimenting bravely for a gay man to bring back a plunging neckline, but I feel like it's acceptable with a button down. I would never wear a V-neck, but like I think it's okay to like.
I agree.
Like with the chain too, it's giving like
with the chain.
I want everyone to know I'm a top. It's like the most important part of my personality.
Okay, wait. What about revealing your open chest, maybe wearing a tank and having a chain? How does that translate to I'm a top? For a layperson like myself, for a lay bottom,
we have
myself.
no idea what that means. So if you could just help
I
us
know.
out.
Wait, are the tops?
What does top mean?
Oh, like are the tops fucking you guys? Not wearing chains? I feel so bad for you.
Yeah, I mean, I've hit rock bottom. I got fucked by a chainless top last night. Things are not going well.
Oh my god!
I thought it was the GHB, but I just let this guy beat. I don't know what I was thinking.
The chain is A chain is an Easter egg.
It's an Easter egg. I mean, I feel like it communicates also like maybe a slightly more kink forward fucking aesthetic, maybe something a little bit in the rougher universe.
Is this like the 80s when you had to wear an earring in a certain ear to be identified?
I mean, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
okay.
Let's bring, but yeah, so I don't know. I wanted to be, because you guys are so hot. I wanted to fuck you both with a necklace on, because I knew, I had a feeling you'd been
Well,
fucked
Jonathan, we
chain-free.
got. I hate to tell you, we got 3 tops, 1 Zoom. This is going to be a tough hour, isn't it?
Oh, batten down the hatches.
How does this normally work, Jonathan? When it's you and when it's 3 tops,
Yes.
1 line hotel room.
Yes.
Do we draw straws? Is it like I was last time? You have to go this time. How does it work?
Well, you've gotta, 3 tops do not make a bottom, but fortunately there is a top shortage. So like, even if people are claiming,
Really?
yes, top
Has
shortage.
this been reported? I haven't seen it in the New York Times or anything, but you're saying there's a
Are
top
we living in a
shortage.
bottoms market
Honey,
right now?
if you're reading the New York Times, you're 5 steps behind, and you're 57 years old and a centrist Democrat. But
read her down.
It's the new Turf Times. It's like the most anti-trans publication in history. Anyway, no, I mean, there has to be a bottom, but there's going to be a bottom. Even if everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm a top, someone's going to be like a cum slut whore pig secretly. And
Of course.
not.
Of course. Famously. Yeah, of
But
course.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, I do think that the straightest thing a straight guy can do is get fucked in the ass.
I've heard this before. I've heard this argument before from straight
You
and gay
have?
people. Yeah, I swear to God.
Oh, see, so it's true.
But is
It's
this an
true.
advertisement for pegging, or is
It's
this
not necessarily true, Jonathan.
Well, no, I just think it's like social scripts have existed for a very long time, which tell straight guys to be afraid of butt stuff, that it's so gay.
Yo, fam, I ain't with that gay shit. Chill out, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't with that gay
So
shit.
this is running towards the fire to rescue the baby. A real manly act is like, I'm going to fall on the sword, or I'm going to have the
Literally.
sword fall on me, I should say.
Fall on the dick. I mean, honey, you can fall as long as the sword's entering somehow. But I'm just saying, like, even if you're not getting full blown pegged, like, I mean, because it's just God, who is a trans woman, gave you a prostate. And I mean, it's to come without having your prostate stimulated. I just am so sad for all the straight men out there. Like, if your lady is fingering you or like fucking you in the ass with like a strap on, like, I do think it's like wildly straight, because you just abandoned all the societal conditioning that's made you so afraid.
I could think of a few good friends of mine right now who are like, I know that's right. And they're listening to this in on their way to their office job right now.
I know a
Like,
few
"Ooh,
friends
I heard that.
I know a few friends that just turn this off, but I agree.
My main goal is to come on here and alienate all of your viewers upon immediately entering the chat.
I would say our demographic has increased in homosexuality greatly over the last few years, because we're sort of translating a straight world to a gay audience and translating a gay world to a straight audience.
Yes, I think
You know who's
guys.
And we
doing that?
need
You know who's doing-
folks like you, Jonathan.
Who's doing that for
Yes.
me is there. I keep getting these videos on Reels that's like this kind of like hot blonde guy who's like shirtless at events, and he's apparently bi, and he just asks people the gnarliest questions. And it's
Shirtless
like,
at events.
he's literally shirt. Like if it looks like an outdoor circuit party, but sometimes there's chicks there. But it's just like him talking to gay guys about the wildest
And
shit.
he's like, "Can I have a bear hug?"
Yeah,
It's way gnarlier than that. It's like it's blows my mind, but I've learned a lot about what people are willing to say on camera. I just feel like some of this stuff should be left to the imagination. Am I wrong?
God. I mean,
Sure.
I do think that like buy for pay or like pan for pay, or like there is like this
Panhandling.
pan.
I've handled a few pans in my day.
Jason, he's not.
Oh my God.
Jason, we're not talking about baking a sheet cake here. You know that, right? We're talking about a
Got
different
it,
kind of
got
pan.
it.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Oh my God, panhandling. Wait, that is it. You've coined a new phrase. No, I was panhandled. So we went to Santa Barbara for my birthday.
Pan capital of Southern California.
Wait, what capital?
Pan capital.
Oh, pan cap. No, I mean, it is so straight.
It's where the pans go to play. We all know it.
No, it's the straightest, whitest, most Nancy Meyers place on earth, which is why we love it.
Which gets me even harder.
Do you jerk off to Nancy Meyers? Like thoughts about Nancy Meyers?
I could, but I haven't.
To kitchens.
To the
kitchens.
kitchens.
Not Nancy herself. It's definitely not her writing, but it's more of her kitchens.
Her kitchens. Her kitchens are cunt. Anyway.
Kitchens.
So we were at Rory's place. You guys have been.
I actually haven't. I've never been to Santa Barbara in my life, which is, I know it's crazy by looking at me.
Rory's place is in Ojai. You've never been
I'm sorry, Ojai. I mean, I've been to Ojai once, but I try to avoid it if I can.
Oh, wow. Is Ojai over?
No, I would just rather go to Palm Springs. There's nothing to do in Ojai.
And that's why you're gay. Wait, you'd rather go to Palm Springs than Ojai?
Me too, 1,000 times.
Most people would.
Yeah.
Have you been to Ojai recently, though?
I've been to Ojai once, and
Like when? Like
a long time ago.
When?
10 years ago. And I was like, I don't need to come here again.
You went at the wrong time. It's like Rory's place is the chicest restaurant.
I've heard that restaurant is very good though. I have heard that restaurant is very good.
It's so I mean, and it's like kind of like stealth celeb now. Like Zendaya and Tom Holland were just there in like hoodies.
Speaking of Pan, Tom Holland.
Is he really I mean, he just looks gay, TBH. Oops.
He looks very gay. And that's coming from someone who looks gay. Like he looks gay. He looks gay.
Well, can I say
from an authority figure.
I was with my friend Carly this weekend, and she like this guy came up to her and like recognized her, like because you guys know Carly. She was like slut.
Oh, we know Carly. Yes. We know Carly. It'd be tough not to recognize her. One of our great beauties. One of our great beauties.
Yes, one of the great beauties of literally all time. So she'll like sometimes like horny straight guys will like come up to her, and this like horny straight guy waiter was like, "Oh my god, like I was such a fan of Slut Ever," and he was just like stacked, just like tits out, like tight shirt, like stacked beyond belief. And like after he left the conversation, we were like, "Oh my god, Carly, you should like totally fuck him," and she was like, "Oh God, no." And we were like, "But his body was like so shredded," and she's like, "That's a gay body."
It is.
That's a gay body. And I was like, whoa, that was a true story break for me. Is that like fag bod is now it's just like so shredded. And like straight guys, well, you guys tell me, what are straight bodies?
Well, straight men we aren't capable of getting to the point that you guys are.
Yeah, we lack a certain mania in our minds that makes us unable, like we know what it takes to get to that level, and straight people are like, I'm good. I'm gonna watch golf on TV.
I want to get to that level. That's like actually all I care about. But I cannot mentally or physically get there, and I think it's literally because I'm straight. I don't think there's any. I think that's the only thing stopping me.
There's only semen coming out. There's not enough coming in.
Yeah, I'm committed. I spend the time because it's not like gay guys are on diets. You guys eat whatever the fuck you want.
That is
no, Chris. We've been to the Bottomers website, the bottom diet website.
Oh sure,
not eating the same thing.
That's only specific nights though, Jay. You're not doing that ever. Sometimes you're letting yourself have a cheat meal.
I'm saying dietary restrictions happen a lot in the bottom world, don't they, Jonathan?
Yeah. Oh, yes, a lot.
And that's not even if they have an eating disorder.
What's the perfect?
That's just regular maintenance.
Jonathan, what's the perfect bottom meal then? If we're out to eat and you know it's about to go down, and you see him
what's
order
your
this,
death row bottom meal, Jonathan?
Yeah.
It's absolutely nothing. I mean, if I'm getting railed, I don't want to eat. I actually think dinner has too good of a publicist. I just think in general, who wants to eat after they've had just like a big sloppy bowl of cacio e pepe? You know what I mean? That doesn't make me horny. Eating doesn't make me horny.
To be clear, a big sloppy bowl of cacio e pepe, you're speaking literally? This is not...
Literally,
yes. This is not
a
euphemism for something? Okay.
No. That is not a gay euphemism.
Well, this is why you have to bottom before... You got to bottom before Mother Wolf.
Yes.
Obviously.
The only time to fuck is at like 3 p.m. and then have a meal afterwards. That's the only time.
Get that alarm set for 3, so you know what time it is.
It makes sense.
That sounds like a real Ojai weekend to me.
I've got a 4 p.m. Rory's Place res, so we're gonna.
Yes.
I can only get 4:30. Let's hurry up.
Yes.
I DM'd him, but they didn't reply.
You know what other straight guy has the faggiest body that ever fagged? Is Andrew Tate.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen?
Oh yeah, of course.
That man is the faggiest fag slut I've ever seen in my entire life. Like that body is
I kind of forgot about Andrew Tate because he kind of I think I think the pedal fell off the rose even for the heads. I think they were just like, all right, this guy's too much. Like,
and he's like always shirtless in videos. He's also just constantly seducing guys into his like creepy sex trafficking incel cult.
Brother shirtless, which is also a weird that feels
incest porn. There's nothing gayer. Nothing gayer than that.
It feels very incest.
Anyway, so sorry. We were at Rory's place, and then there was also this table which was just like this like butch lesbian wine importer and like the lead singer of Muna and Carolyn Kennedy. We were like, what is going on? I know, a Kennedy. Is that not the chic? I'm sorry. You're missing out on Rory's place.
What a variety of guests. That's really nice.
I didn't know Muna had that kind of pull. I'm impressed.
No, she was there. She's just everywhere.
Katie?
Yes,
Katie?
Katie.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Love her. She like vaguely knows Ryan. Like she came up on our table. She was like, are we sitting here? Like it was just so confusing. There were just like so many people at this giant table. But it was like, I mean, a Kennedy. I don't know. You guys got to go to Rory's place.
I'll go to Rory's place because I can go and come back. It's not that far, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, perfect.
But
you, Chris, I think you would stay the night at least at a hotel.
Isn't it like an hour and a half?
Yeah, it's close. It's a long time to go for one dinner.
It's like when Alex maybe go to that other restaurant upstate, Jason. Same shit.
That's true. That is true.
That restaurant was banging. I mean, it was worth it.
What
I was
restaurant?
happy to do it.
Stissing House.
Oh yes, that's the one. Everyone.
It was very good.
The drive's a lot better when you're drunk.
It's in Hudson.
And I had to drive. Yeah, like you eat a 6-course meal and then you got to drive an hour and 15 minutes and dodge coyotes and there's no street lights.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's not great. But
That's not great. Okay, sorry. So I was panhandled at this restaurant. So like basically what happened was we were just sitting there and like the vibe at Rory's is just like crazy. And like suddenly this group of like 5 like extremely hot like 26-year-olds just storm up on our table.
Fellas.
No, fellas and ladies.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
All right.
And
I'm with you.
And
I'm back.
And they're just storming up on our table. One of them like knows Carly, and then another one like knows who Ryan is. And it just is giving like a little Helter Skelter vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like, wait, why are there all of a sudden so many hot 26-year-olds around us? And they're like buying us shots, and it's like, what's going on? And this one guy comes up to me. This is Scientology. Yes.
Whenever a girl who's too hot to buy me a shot buys me a shot, I go, all right, where's the brochure?
Yes, go ahead. Let's get this over with. Give me the brochure.
It was very that, and they were also all camping together. Like they were all going to a campsite after this. Like you should come to the campsite.
Nah,
it's
bro.
like I'm not going to that campsite. I'm gonna get like gutted. You know what I mean? Like it's giving. It was like
not in a good way.
Yeah, not in a good way.
Even if the campsite is powered by Road Cosmetics, you still feel unsafe.
Yes. Activated.
You do have to post 3 stories and 1 reel, but you guys should totally come.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. It's an ad for Skims. But so then this guy comes up to me and he's just like, okay, he's wearing like Duck Dynasty clothes. Do you know what I mean by this?
Yeah. Real tree
That's
camo.
a popular style in the gay community.
Yes,
though. I know a lot of those.
Yes,
types.
yes. So it's giving like a Duck Dynasty. So because he's presenting as Duck Dynasty gay, I'm processing him as gay.
As such.
Yes. And he was like another like horrible, suspicious thing. He was just like starting to like talk about like his modeling, and I was just like, oh, okay, sure, sweetie. He's like, I just did a campaign for Grindr, and I was like, and then he pulls up this Grindr ad, and I was like, oh wow, okay, one of the gays, like really, really representing out there for Grindr. He's like, I'm not gay, and I was like, excuse me. I was like, are you even a little bi? And he's like, I'm whatever you want me to be, and I'm like, oh, barf. Also, you're not. Like, you are fully straight. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I actually don't trust you for a second, but he was like ready to like get down on his knees at Rory's. Do you know what I mean? If it meant connecting with us and then murdering us back at the campsite. I didn't like, I felt like I was being like hustled. Do you know what I mean?
It was a temptress situation.
Do you think he was there? Do you think one of the people in this party was his girlfriend?
Oh, I asked that. I was like, so are you guys like all, because they were so chaotic. It was like, it was like such Gen Z chaos. And so I felt fully comfortable. I was like, are you guys all fucking fucking each other? And they're like, maybe, I don't know. You're just gonna have to find out. And it's like, again, like what is actually happening here?
Do you think that they were trying to rob you guys? Maybe?
Yes. Yes. It was giving a robbery.
They saw your Bottega clutch and they're like, let's go, table 12.
Ryan O'Connell's got 2 Rolexes on. Let's get him out of here. Let's get him back to the campsite.
Wait, no, but then the grinder guy, the straight grinder panhandler, of course, smashed the follow. We did a whole, because we had to. What I'm gonna say no, we're not gonna follow.
When in
we're
Rome.
not gonna follow.
Yeah,
It like
of course.
got to. And then there was a very immediate swoop into the DMs. Oh, like, I'm a writer. I'd love to send you my novel, which is actually, I'd rather be murdered by a campsite than like get a random Pan Twinks novel.
Nothing sounds. Yeah, pan twink novel is crazy from a model pan.
And
twink,
also,
like,
you don't want to read the book of the hot guy in the group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No. That's if you're that hot, that's not your job. Like, that's not your function in society. Isn't putting words to page.
No shade, Jonathan, celebrated author, who's on this podcast at this very moment to discuss his new book. But we'll move on past that.
All I want to be known for is being too hot.
There are exceptions to the rule, and we're potting with her as we speak.
That's true. I will agree with that. Like I said, hottest in, like, on with the camera turned on. I was shocked.
Oh my God. You
shocked.
guys, I feel like you have such sexy people on though. Do the sexy people never, like, is it always just like pajamas?
We fuck them all, Jonathan, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
The pot's a fucking pipeline. That's what I intuited.
No, they're not. No, they're mostly. I think people, because they know that we're not using video. I think that some people take that as I can schlub it, whereas you took it as no, I need to impress these two with my looks.
No, yeah, exactly.
And I appreciate it.
I felt the extreme need to seduce you both. Wait, also, can I say justice for my glasses? So they're not actually sunglasses. I know you read me to filth the minute I came on. They are transition lenses, which is actually the least sexy term. For
Hey,
anything.
look, I don't want to get into political stuff right now. Let's not.
My lenses are trans. She, her, honey.
Who makes these verse frames?
Oh my God. See, they're not chic enough to, they're, no. It's just like a Prada, like glass, like, like glasses are they're all made in the same place. Did you know this?
Luxottica owns everything.
Yeah. So I'm like, you spend $7 million for a frame and it's like, cool. It's just like.
Did you get them at the Prada outlet by Palm Springs?
I got them at my eye doctor's.
Okay. They look good on you. They
do look good on you.
Thank you.
They're a frame that I would wear.
I would have been wearing contacts for you guys since I am trying to fuck you both, but I have a sty right now and it's really terrible. Not to swerve something in a really unsexy direction.
So the contacts had to take a break. They're in the nightstand.
Yeah, the contacts are getting a timeout, so I'm not quite as sexy.
We're not going to ask you how you got the sty. We're not going to ask you how they got the sty, Jonathan. Let's move.
We're not doctors. We're not medical.
We'll take the higher road. Actually, well, there's a subject that I wanted to discuss in the intro, but thought it'd be good to save it for you.
Yes.
As somebody who has opinions on the matter, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Ryan Murphy doing Bret Easton Ellis's The Shards?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, no one else can do it because, like, Hollywood isn't a flop era.
To be clear, Ryan Murphy did not option your first book, correct?
Correct. He did not.
Okay, just want to make sure. I know somebody did.
Had he optioned it, it would have gotten made. It was actually a different rich gay guy.
Do you know Ryan Murphy?
I do not know Ryan Murphy, so I feel free to.
You're getting invited to the wrong freak offs, my G.
Choose your next words wisely, Jonathan.
If I get invited to the Ryan Murphy freak off, I'm going. I'll tell you what.
Oh my God, honey, and you're going to be locked in the basement for the rest of your life.
My life is changing. All of a sudden, it's me and Kaya Gerber in a Mercedes convertible driving through Bel Air.
Shouldn't have said that in NDA. No. Okay, sorry. Okay, so going back. So
LOL. No, I love how the first casting announcement was Kaya Gerber. I was like, wait, but who's gonna play Brett? Like, especially with, I'm assuming it's gonna be like a Cooper. It's gonna be like one of like his hot white gay sex slaves that is starring in it, and I'm surprised it wasn't announced.
Yeah.
who I was like, Kaya, I mean, okay.
I have
but,
a
like,
feeling that person has not been secured yet, and that's maybe why. And they wanted to announce that it was happening.
yes.
But when I heard Kaya, I was like, wait, there's women characters in that book? I guess. Like, I didn't like, who is she playing? I don't even remember.
There are. Oh, did you read the book?
No, I'm joking, but there are women in it. But it's been a little while since it came out. But yeah, you want to know like who's going to play the evil gay guy and who's going to play Brett? Like those are the two.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and
he's just going to run them. He's going to run the Menendez brothers back for sure. Just like, you guys, come on, we're just doing this again. Change clothes.
Yes,
put on a polo shirt, pop the collar. Let's go.
There's no shortage. He just ushers them out of his sex dungeon and like onto set. Do you know what I mean? Like he's got tons of again white gay sex slaves. So
do you think Pedro Pascal is booked, or he doesn't do TV?
Oh my God, Pedro would do Ryan Murphy. Pedro's in a new gay thing with, I think you guys were just talking about this, but that gay Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, we talked a lot.
Not much of a stretch for old Pedro
or Alexander Skarsgård.
For listeners at home, Jonathan moved his head very close to the camera to.
Are you saying that?
Intimacy.
Are you saying that? Do you yourself know firsthand that a man that has had sex with Alexander Skarsgård? That's the only way to really bring.
Okay, I'm just. Wow, I'm gonna get. I feel like there are too many celebrities that listen to this, and someone's gonna get upset. But I've heard.
Okay.
And you can do a Google image search.
Okay.
Alexander Skarsgård, Jack McBrayer.
Oh.
Who is Kenneth on 30 Rock.
Jack
McBrayer?
Yes, baby.
I would like to say I believe he's from Conyers, Georgia, my hometown. I don't mean to stunt too hard.
Jack McBrayer pulling
That's fire.
Pulling that dick.
That gives hope for funny guys everywhere. You know what I mean?
Agreed. But if you do a Google image search, they go to every award show together. There's lots of photos of them kissing, hugging, it's giving every award show. And yes,
and neither of them are, and what's really weird is neither of them are winning any of these awards, but they're still hugging and kissing and celebrating. That's what's really
it kind of reminds me of Meryl Streep and Martin Short, where it's whatever, when they're listed in the photos, Jack and Alexander, it just says longtime friend Jack Breyer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's just I get maybe one award show, you know what I mean? But if you
there are hundreds of photos of them together working out in black tie.
just hanging out in the parking lot,
unfortunately, Jason, I think if somebody did a Google search of us, it would produce similar results.
Well, obviously, you guys are fucking.
Yeah, but everyone knows that we hang out together and our friends.
It's kind of the whole thing. It's kind of the whole baseline of the program.
But do you think Jack McBrayer is gay? Kenneth from 30 Rock?
Yes.
I thought he was out. I thought he was out.
I think he's more obviously gay. I don't think he is out. Again, I don't want to get in trouble, but at this point, I don't know.
He seems like one of those guys that's so gay that he's actually low-key straight. He's just from the South. Like my co-host here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
But Skarsgård, I think, is so good looking that it's almost like his responsibility to let everybody have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bless Jack. I'm gonna bless some hot chicks. I'm distributing.
He's poly. He's poly.
Yeah, I'm distributing the wealth.
He's panhandling in a positive
I don't
way.
like the outfits. I think they're a little too much, personally, and that's what we were talking about. Is that I just think it's
yes.
I understand what you're doing, and some of the stuff is really cool, like the actual T-shirts or whatever. But overall, it's just but you're not the character, bro. You're the actor. You don't have to do this anymore.
Just look hot as fuck.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of Can. That's the whole point.
Don't dress up in costume. Yeah, no, for sure. But he's also just doing this gay movie, which I know plenty of straight guys do gay movies, but it's just with all the constellation. There's also footage of him you can Google of him kissing Pedro Pascal on the mouth, and I know you guys also kiss on the mouth all the time whenever you're out, and that's just something that straight guys do.
Whenever there's cameras around, we make sure to yes
to just kiss.
It works.
Just plant a big wet one on each other.
We do whatever our team tells us to do.
Yeah, I just do what I'm told, bro. I'm a vessel. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit.
Fill me up, he says.
Yes, you're not above panhandling. But then there's also like photos of him at Cannes, also like being so cheeky and like he's like turning his ass around and like sticking his ass out in leather pants for the camera. And I'm like, what straight guy on earth ever?
Fair point.
Do you think it's okay for straight guys to play gay? I do, and I feel like the gay community actually likes that, but has to low key be mad at it sometimes.
Oh, I don't fucking care. I'm just like, if are you good and are
That's
you
my
hot?
whole thing. Are you good?
Like,
or-
oftentimes, how do we know you're not actually gay and in the closet? And
Great
then,
point. Great
like,
point.
the whole dialogue around queer baiting is just so. I'm just like, who fucking cares? Good. I hope everyone does want to be a faggot. That's like better for the world.
I also think it leads to the. I mean, I think that most people think every actor is gay anyway, so you might as well play into the fantasy and get paid for it.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, being an actor is just gay. Like, it's just like you
fundamentally.
You pretend to be someone else? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like
you crave the stage and screen. Gay.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like gay, and it's like also like so like there's such a thing as like Ryan and I call it actor sexual. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're just around an actor and they're just like constantly seducing you, and it's like really frustrating because it's just like, well, do you want to actually fuck or do you just want me
and they're
to
like, whoa bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, or do you just want to be desired? Do you know what I mean? So I actually I don't like flirting with actors because I don't trust them for a goddamn second.
I think that's a common sentiment.
To quote rapper Cameron, is you fucking or not? Don't waste my time.
I know that's in Jonathan's iTunes right now. So
it sure is. It sure is.
Okay, let's we should talk a little bit about some themes in your new book. It's Not the End of the World, which I received a PDF of yesterday. So
you've read the whole thing.
You know,
you've read every single word.
I have
before
cliffs.
This. I know.
I have some rough themes and cliffs notes. Obviously, it was a joke.
Yeah.
Use the word rough lightly, bro. Relax.
I mean, or use it roughly.
You started writing this book presumably before like the big fires at the beginning, you know, in December, January, obviously.
Yes.
So I know that your book deals with natural disasters, maybe LA fires from other years or whatever. Are you kind of glad that you were bullish on fire being a big natural disaster theme for 2025? And it might help book sales? You know, silver lining.
Yeah.
You've done it again, Jonathan. You've done it again.
Yeah. No, actually, I set the Palisades fire myself just to ensure.
Penguin Random House sort of made you do it?
Yeah. It was part of the book contract. Start at least one. Altadena, that was just luck. But the
Oh, no.
Wow. But the Palisades,
very funny.
The Palisades, that was all me. That was all me. No, obviously tragic, obviously terrible.
Of course.
Obviously, we went to Joshua Tree the entire time, and I actually went to Joshua Tree and Palm Springs.
Sure.
But no, I mean,
she fled.
Yeah. So the book. It's about like this wealthy gay couple that refused to cancel their baby shower, even though it takes place on the day of a potentially apocalyptic event in Los Angeles. And I don't know, I guess it was just like my way of literally predicting the future. Like it takes place in a very grounded near future. And I think it's just literally my way of dealing with my own anxieties about where we're headed.
This doesn't even sound that fantastic to me. Like it sounds like that is something someone would totally
It is not science fiction. It's something that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You wrote a book that's going to all come true in the next 90 days, probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I hope not. Were there an actual real life couple? You probably won't say, but was there something like
composite characters, maybe?
Yes. I mean, it takes place in a social milieu I'm very familiar with, and it's not about Ryan and I. We're never having children. Oh my God. But I think, yes, there's also a satirical element for just kind of like rich, clueless Los Angelinos who work in the culture industries.
Which is who was going to buy this book. So you might as well speak to them.
Well, right, exactly. So I might as well drag them over the coals.
We love nothing more.
Yeah, they want to read themselves being dragged. That's the whole point.
Yes.
You know?
Because you're talking about all of their friends and not them at all, right?
Yes, precisely.
Oh, no, it's not you. No, it's not about you. No,
yes. But yeah, I mean, it's not fun when people are like, oh my God, wait, your book is coming true. Like so many people have texted me with like advanced copies, and I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm just like, yay.
Yeah, it's tough to celebrate that W.
Yeah, but there is a lot of sex in the book, which cuts through the dread.
I've told Ryan this, but when I read Ryan's book, I was scandalized. I was literally like, this is a lot for me. Like I was literally reading it being like, maybe it's because I know him and I've known him for a long time. I was like, this is too much. This is too much.
Chris had to excuse himself from the room a few times.
Jonathan, do you think this is going to do the same? Even though you and I don't know each other quite as well, do you think how is it going to make me feel?
I mean, I think it's going to make you feel like you need a top with a chain in your life. I to be fair,
Great selling point.
It's not like in Ryan's book from page 1, it's literally basically a description of my literal dick because it's like the character is written about me.
It fucking better be.
Which I was happy to supply some inspiration. It's literally the first sentence is a description of my dick, but it's not quite that upfront. It takes like maybe 3 chapters before you're getting like,
oh wow, you really showed some restraint. You gave me 30 pages and then you let it rip
before you're getting like a hardcore rough sexual encounter. But there's also like virtual sex. There's also like MMF threesomes.
Okay.
Hell yeah, one for the fellas. Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
No, there is actually also an MFF threesome.
Oh, now we're talking.
Nice.
Now we're talking.
Is really for all the straight guys.
How did you even write that though? Is this? I mean, you have to. How could you even begin to understand something of that magnitude?
I mean, to be fair, it's not. It is not as graphic as the gay sex.
Mm-hmm.
It's the female sex. Not my strongest chapter.
Pussy is not.
Look, to be completely honest, my editor made me put it in. I wanted to keep it. I wanted to keep it kind of pure, and they were like, "We need some variety here. We need some variety."
Yes, so. I would say those are giving. I have less facility with the MFF threesome.
Okay, sure.
What is your
Go ahead.
ideal? Are you guys even allowed to have threesome? Like, what's your ideal?
No.
You're
no.
heterosexual. Sorry, I forget.
No, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to do shit like that.
What's your ideal like Final Fantasy or fantasy football threesome? Is that, I don't know. I just tried to speak straight and I really bungled that.
My ideal threesome, me, my wife, and a good book, you know?
Actually, Jason, it's crazy you said that. Took the answer right out of my mouth.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay. So you can't even. I mean, I know straight people are. Yeah, they're intense about monogamy. So I don't want to put y'all on the spot. I retract the threesome question. Gay guys are just such whores. It's easy to forget, and I'm not friends with a lot of straight guys, so it's hard to forget that not everyone is a stupid whore.
Well, I think with heterosexual interrelationship play, it becomes a lot more tricky and risky and potentially harmful for the core of your relationship versus dude on dude on dude on dude. Like the male mind is able to rinse and repeat, get your nut and say adios.
Yes.
There's,
some women, right, Jonathan?
These are wild stereotypes.
Yes.
But
even the most elevated, I would say, aren't super interested.
Yes. No, it's true.
But because of the possible problems it could cause. It's just like Jason said, it's like, is it worth it? You know what I mean?
Yes,
this could cause us a lot of problems. My life is nice. Like,
yes.
Jason's got 2 dogs, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? He's got to be careful.
But also, I've never had it's never been like a fantasy of mine.
Yeah.
2 titties is enough for me. I don't have like insecurity issues where I need to have, a room full of ass.
I have a lot of insecurity issues, but it doesn't manifest itself like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all.
Yes. Wow. Okay. Great. I love how trad. We're very trad. We're very trad on the pod.
No, we're trad. We're trad in real life. Okay.
Trad pod. I love it. Yes.
I mean, my wife does work, but that's just because I'm trying to get my money up. I'm trying to get my money up so she can.
And also my life, the first half of my life, maybe less trad. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that just in terms of
when I was less
practices.
When I was less trad in my practices, these opportunities still weren't presenting themselves to me, maybe the way they are to you. And,
wow.
Chris, you just didn't have good enough coke, Chris. Come on.
That is not true. You know I had better coke than you. Do not say that.
I got it done with bad coke, Chris. Come on.
That's the meanest shit you've ever said to me. You know my coke is good, bro. Don't do that.
Do not insult my bag.
Do not.
No,
insult
I guess it is very easy for gay guys to just kind of slip and fall into like a DP threesome.
Sure.
Whereas it's like I get it. It's like it's not your culture.
It's not.
When I go hike Runyon with my Nalgene, there's never two girls hiding behind a tree saying, "Hey, can we both suck your dick at the same time?"
Yeah, it doesn't happen. Yeah, I can't jump the fence and go to a different side of the beach where I can all of a sudden have dicks in my face under a rock.
I can't climb that weird rock
describing
wall.
my favorite.
Yeah. Every time I hear about something like that, I'm like, this is every time someone's like, "Oh yeah, so in Provincetown you go under the bridge," and I'm like, "What? You go under the bridge?"
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You have to answer 3 riddles
Dick dog.
by a gay goblin.
But I'm sorry, honey, it's mainly goblins under that bridge. There are trolls under that bridge, honey. It is giving Rumpelstiltskin.
Don't sleep on goblin mouth. They have to work harder. They have to know.
Just a toothless, gummy goblin
That's
mouth.
why you got. That's why you got.
Gummy
That's why it's so
goblin?
dark. It's dark out there. It's fine.
Oh, I've never been to the Dick Dog because there's too many goblins.
It's called the Dick Doc.
Oh yeah. Oh, you guys. Oh, I'm putting you on.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite app for short video clips. But I didn't know it was also.
Okay.
No, the Dick Dock. It's a place in Provincetown. It is the dock.
Okay.
Exterior, dick dock.
Exterior Dick Dock. You're coming from the shirtless dance party. You didn't hook up with the dude you wanted to hook up with. You're drunk. You're high. You're making decisions you shouldn't. You will just kind of worm your way down to the Dick Dock, and then you will just slip and fall into gummy goblin mouth.
Just because you can.
Just because you can.
You went fishing, you didn't catch anything, you drop a line as the boat heads back home. If you get a bite, you get a bite.
It's responsible, really. It's responsible, really.
It's responsible.
It's good. I mean, it's better than all their alternatives, which is maybe calling an ex that you shouldn't be calling.
Precisely, it's healthy.
Jonathan, what would you say of all of these sort of like, well, secret to straights, but open secret in the gay community hookup areas? Where do you think the hottest guys are? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm not asking for myself. I'm just asking for the culture.
Do you mean specific locations, or you mean just like park, gym?
I'm saying like in Paris, there's like the bush there in a certain part of Paris, like the bushes are depressed from guys fucking on them. You know what I mean? I'm saying this is a global phenomenon.
Yes,
and I would like to
yes.
know what's number one.
It sounds like you already know, sweetie.
I don't know. I don't.
He's like, there's this one bush in Paris
No,
where
I just
all
love
of the
gardening.
dudes go to fuck.
I just have. I'm a gardener.
Right. You're
Chris
a
said,
gardener.
"Drop the pin, drop the pin."
Where do I get to? No, in Paris, you should go to Sun City, which is a multi-level spa with like a subterranean fuck maze. That's really fun.
This really sounds like New York's hottest club.
Yeah.
It's called
Sun City.
It's called Sun City.
Uh-huh.
And the steam room is actually it's actually beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful mosaics in the fuck
Oh yeah,
maze.
I'm sure it's beautiful. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of David like sculptures.
Where you said a fuck maze, how does the maze come into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, how does that work?
Is it for our autistic bottoms who kind of need to always be doing puzzle solving and things like that?
Underrepresented group, Jason. Thank you for bringing
We
that
do
up.
exist.
Yes, thank you. Representation matters.
You ever fuck a guy while he's doing a Rubik's Cube?
I haven't, and I should. I should.
See who wins, see who finishes first? Time.
The fuck maze, it's dark. It's very steamy. It's like a steam room, but it's a literal maze. So it's like you're kind of in this dark maze, and like guys will just, I mean, if it's fun if they're hot, but if not, it's kind of like like Gollum. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like
They
yeah,
appear,
yeah,
they
it's like,
appear out
So
of the
this
smoke.
feels like a video game, and some of them are civilians and some of them are bad guys, and you gotta
yes,
watch out.
yes, this actually
Like paintball.
yes, Rockstar Games. This is the next dodging Goblin Mouth in the Parisian sex maze. Yes, so you got to watch out for Goblin Mouth, but you also kind of have to just be okay with being like sexually harassed. But like it's like you're there, and like
It's
if you
France after all.
yeah, but in any sort of cruising situation. But you also, people have to know, like, if you kind of knock their hand away, like, I was in a fuck maze in Palm Springs once, and it's not like fun if like octopus arms start kind of coming into your scene, which are like non-consensual octopus arms. But that's why you need a top with a chain who's going to take good care of you and knock away the octopus arms.
This really does sound like a Rockstar video game. I think we just came up with something.
From the goblin octopi. Yes.
That's GTA 12 right here. This is a whole different thing.
Okay.
Yes, but then also beaches are fun. I mean, the Boy Beach in Provincetown. It sounds like you have friends who are going to Provincetown and are hooking up on the beach.
Oh, I have friends that are going to all of these places, I'm sure.
Yes. So Provincetown Boy Beach, that is, I mean, it's like at 4 p.m. is when everyone starts fucking, because everyone's kind of been ambiently horny the whole day, but like naked on the beach or not naked on the beach. And then it kind of is like before everyone goes back to like their dinners, like everyone's like, okay, last chance to like
Let's do this before
suck dick.
before I light the barbecue.
We edge till 4, and then we have to pick up the burrata and go home and shower.
Yeah, precisely. Babe, we have a whole group coming over tonight. You gotta
not pick up the
come
burrata.
If we don't go now, the wine won't have time to chill before.
Yeah, exactly.
open
I
this
have
up.
a delicious bottle of orange, but I forgot to put it.
I've never been to Provincetown, but I would like to see it after hearing about it for so many years.
Bet you would.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Hey, chill. It's not fun. I've been told Provincetown is acceptable for straights. Fire Island, stay away.
Yeah,
stay away.
Island you can't, but P-Town is acceptable for the straights. I mean, it is extremely gay, but they're also like kind of salty Massachusetts families coming through just for like a beach town day trip.
Don't call Chloe 70 is not that. Do not call her that. Not on this show. Not on this fucking program.
I don't care if you're queer. It's like that kind of thing.
It is very. I don't care if you're queer. I don't care if
we
you're
all
queer.
go to the same.
Queer.
We all go to the
Queer.
same Dunkin' Donuts. I'm cool.
We
with
all
this.
wait in the same
Yeah.
line for the clam strips. I don't care if you're queer.
Yeah, queer. It's actually queer.
Queer.
Queer. If you're really queer.
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 Okay.
God damn it.
Like how you say we instead of we.
Way.
Yeah. Queer. But yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome in Provincetown anytime. Ryan and I are going to be there the first week of August.
Maybe I should. Yeah. If you have an extra room and I don't have to do anything to get it, besides pay, then maybe I can.
Yeah, Chris, when you go, the drawstring on your Prada trunks, you're going to want to double.
Oh, we're
knot
double
those.
knotting. Yeah, we're double knotting.
But you got to get if you want someone to tug on your Prada trunks, you got to get your gay body in shape. I mean, you can't be heading to P-Town with straight body. You got to start.
But what about?
Got to start shredding now.
What if my straight body is my secret, and because then they know you're straight, so then they want you even more?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, actually, that is true. That is true, because that's kind of the classic problematic, and gay guys might hate me for saying this, but it is the problematic fantasy of, turning,
Of course.
the straight guy. So I actually think you could clean up.
I've heard about Bradley Cooper before, but I didn't know it was going to come up like this.
Oh, honey, you bring your you bring your mom to the Oscars, you are a faggot.
That's like bringing Bette Midler. You're right. It's
All of our DP listeners out there, take note. Bring a sex worker if you have to.
Yeah, bring us sex. Don't mom to the Oscars, faggot. I've also heard T.
Yeah,
I probably.
we all have.
Yeah.
Go ahead though.
Well,
you would know better.
No,
you would have
it's not
better
really
tea
my
than us, though.
story. Or one of the whitest female celebrities did tell
I love her already.
our friend. I know. Did tell our friend. Confirmed that Brad and Pedro had hooked up. ITK. And she's so famous that she would know. But now here I am. I'm gonna be
Taylor?
like, who listens
Is it
to
Taylor?
rock? I'm really worried.
I didn't know that.
People are
I
like,
didn't know you guys were
this
tight
is
with
all
Taylor
alleged.
Swift like that. I knew you hung out with. I think you mixed it up, but I didn't know it was like that.
No, it's not. It's not Taylor. It's not Taylor.
Okay, I just asked ChatGPT who are the whitest female actresses. Okay, we got Reese Witherspoon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Anne Hathaway, Emma Roberts, Brie Larson, Jennifer Lawrence, Dakota
Emma Roberts
Johnson,
is my guess.
Zoe Deschanel, Taylor Swift.
Okay, if I say it, you have to promise.
We'll bleep it. We'll bleep it.
to bleep.
We'll bleep. Oh.
Oh, sorry. Bleep again. Yes.
That almost might be a better, because I've heard from like a dude who's like, no, I walked in, I did it, and I still.
Oh well, that's firsthand. But
Okay, let's stop saying her name, guys. I still have to edit this
sorry,
podcast.
I know. Sorry, there's gonna be.
Also, we don't call her that. Her close friends call her.
Okay, come on, you're not helping. Stop talking about Saoirse Ronan like that so much, guys. I'm trying to get him off the scent now.
You know I can't say her name. You know I can't say. I've never been able to pronounce Saoirse Ronan unless I hear it first. Unless I like hear somebody say it first, I can't say it.
That's almost as hard as BB Rexa.
You know, I saw somebody tweet about BB Rex the other day that she has 4 songs with over 1 billion streams each.
Don't play with BB. Don't play with BB.
That's why she's such a bitch, because she's got hits but she looks bad, so she's upset.
She said, check the sound scan.
She said, check the sound scan.
Oh wow, because I am a gay man, and if anyone should know that fact, it's me. So the fact that I don't just makes me wonder.
I learned this from a gay man, to be fair.
Okay, so there are,
because BB Rexa, Jason, is BB Rexa an artist that if I heard the song I'd be like, oh shit, that's her, or it's not even like that?
No.
Okay.
You would not be able to pick one of her songs, but despite all that, she is eating good.
That's I love stories like that. Honestly, I think it's cool.
No, I'm happy for
cool.
her. Yeah. Well, she's not eating good because she's BB Rexic.
Is she?
Sorry, that landed with a thud. You can also bleep that joke out.
No,
she's not actually BB Rexic. I think she's actually.
I can tell.
Don't know what BB Rexa looks like. You can tell.
She looks like she could work the checkout of the Piggly Wiggly, but like, but with really expensive. Like,
I would
hair.
say. I mean, I don't want to fat shame anyone, but I would say if she is BB Rexic, she might not know what Rexia means.
Yeah.
She's a
I'm
larger lady.
not saying that. I'm not saying that because she's big. I'm saying that because she gives off that kind of energy. Honestly,
Yeah.
she gives off like a bagger energy a little bit.
Yeah. But don't guys love thick girls? Isn't that like we're all straight guys? Like, don't you all want like a
Some
big
of
ass
us, yeah.
that, like jiggles?
Some of us,
Maybe. I mean,
Oh my god, you guys! It's so fun. You guys are so. You are like TRAD, honey.
yeah.
no, I mean,
My T is
Can't
tucked.
even say if you like to see an ass jiggle.
That's not true.
No, of
That's
course.
not true. I like women of all shapes and sizes and all flavors, but I'm not like I'm only into fat ass white girls. I'm only into this. I'm only into that.
Yeah.
You know, amazing, sexy beauty can be found all over the spectrum, all over the world.
I famously love to be surrounded by beauty, Jonathan. And it comes in all its shapes
Sometimes
and
a
sizes.
fat bitch is good. Sometimes a fat bitch is not good.
Yeah. Mostly blonde, but that's fine. I mean, I don't want to get specific.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to get specific.
LOL. Yeah. No, I like some thickness in my women. Not
Okay.
that I have ever had sex with one.
Just in terms of
Oh,
friendship.
I didn't realize we were dealing with a gold star.
Oh yes, gold star, honey. I mean,
Who's surprised?
hello? I literally came out wearing this
You came out
chain
topping
necklace.
someone.
Of my came out of my mother's womb wearing this this top necklace. Massachusetts. That's how I
Oh.
know how que is pronounced because I
Yeah,
was
that's true. You're
called
born.
it a lot as a child.
You're an Affleck cousin. I got
Yeah,
it. Distant
que.
cousin.
Distant
Got it.
cousin of Affleck.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
during speaking of natural disasters, relocating during, maybe ends of the world scenarios during COVID, you
Yeah.
said you bopped over to Palm Springs, Joshua Tree for a little bit. Was there ever a moment where you guys considered leaving LA permanently and going somewhere else, maybe back home to Dorchester?
We're leaving.
We're leaving.
We're leaving.
We're gonna go be Quinn Dorchester.
The fires are too hot.
Fires are hot. Fires are super
Fires
hot.
are too hot. Gonna be Quinn Dorchester. No, I would never. The only time I'm returning to Massachusetts is when I'm on vacation. No, during the fires, we went to Joshua Tree, and Ryan hates Joshua Tree. He didn't know that at the time. We just knew lesbians that were going there, and we're like, the lesbians know. We were actually with Carly, and I was in the middle of a dinner party. I made a delicious spicy fusilli alla vodka, and we literally left it on the table when the Hollywood fire broke out, and literally went to Joshua Tree in the middle of the night. We were so fucking freaked.
Wow.
But then we like rolled up. Ryan rented this like rather cunt, but in like an A24 Alex Garland, like Ex Machina kind of Airbnb kind of way. Do you know what I mean by that? So it's very brutal.
Like the refrigerator talks to you type shit?
Yes, and it's all gray, all stone, giant ceilings. We drive into we're driving all night in the literal darkness. We turn off the paved road and are just driving on a desert, and then it springs up this giant like monolith, and it's the creepiest shit ever. It's like, okay, so there is an AI robot that's absolutely going to murder me here. Like, do you know what I mean? So it was just, and Joshua Tree is kind of giving nothing, but I don't know. Also, we lost power all the time, so we like drove all this way to only not have power in Joshua Tree.
Oh.
And it's also like 120 degrees.
I know, and so but I don't think we gave it a full chance.
But I guess this was during winter. But
I've never been there, actually.
Really?
I mean, Joshua Tree is for a very specific type of person, and you are not that person, Chris.
That's right. I know.
In short bursts. But, you go there, you hike, you take mushrooms, you cook a weird dinner, you read, you find yourself, you cleanse your mental energy.
Yeah.
But, to live there full time, you got to be like, maybe I'll get an AR-15.
Yeah. And kind of decamping from like expat from civilization. It's giving like
A little off grid.
yeah.
Yeah, I live off the grid, but I still have a Tesla charger is the vibe.
Yes, precisely. So we lasted there for 2 days and then got a different Airbnb in Palm Springs, which felt much better.
Let me upgrade you.
Yeah, and there's also the grinder grid in Joshua Tree
It's crickets.
not popping off.
that could knock the power out. It's taking so
Yeah.
much. Yeah. It's
No.
I want to know what the grinder grid was looking like when you visit Palm Springs, any old weekend getaway, Memorial Day, 3-day weekend, versus COVID, when all of the best gays in Los Angeles set up shop. How was the grinder looking?
I mean, the grinder, to be fair, it does just look like LA grinder when everyone from LA is in Palm Springs. So during the fires, it was giving like
A little slice of home.
but I mean, yeah, a little slice of home.
Some of my favorite holes were in town.
Yeah, cozy. Just a nice, cozy, warm hole to curl up inside.
I needed this tonight after all that we've been through.
I don't want new hole. I just want that familiar hole. No, what's actually great is it like, because like the grinder grid when in your local location, like it's always the same basis. You know what I mean? So I'm getting LA gays that I would never travel. Because never travel for pussy. That's always my rule. Like
You fly them in.
yeah, that's what we always say.
Yeah, in Los Angeles, if it's over 2 miles, it's got to be like really good. IMHO.
2 miles?
Otherwise, you're like
That is a 8-minute drive with no traffic, brother.
When it's a walkable distance, I feel like it's not that far.
5 miles in LA.
It's true.
Like I fucked this guy in Laurel Canyon, and the pussy was good, so it was worth the trip. But then Laurel Canyon to Echo Park, going back, because again, the time I fuck is at 3 p.m. Going back 4 p.m.
We're going down Los Feliz Boulevard. Are you kidding me?
Honey,
That mess?
honey, took me an hour to get home. But you know what? I went back. It was that good. It was that good. So
Thank God you can drive. Thank God you can drive because the Uber prices.
Wait,
Or do you not drive either?
I don't know how to drive either. Neither Ryan O'Connell nor myself know how to drive. He has a disability, so like he has an excuse. I'm just
There's nothing I love more than
worthless.
seeing Ryan O'Connell get out of the Uber SUV at Easton to go get a workout in with Hunter, and I'm like, this bitch takes an Uber from fucking Echo Park to come work out in WeHo.
No, I know. And it's like he's scared if he doesn't make $500,000 a year. And I'm just like, well, sweetie, maybe just stop getting Uber Blacks to your gym every day.
Nope. That's what makes him great. That's the drive.
No, thank you.
That's the.
No, I'm not getting Uber Blacks to Laurel Canyon for my trip. I'm getting an Uber X. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Man of the people.
Man of the people.
And then if it goes well, if the pussy's bad, then we'll treat ourselves to a Suburban, right?
Yes,
on the way home, we
yes.
need the Escalade on the way home.
Yeah.
Speaking of warm hug.
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan, thank you for joining us on How
Oh
Long
my
Gone.
God.
It was a
pleasure.
pleasure. When is the new book out?
It is out June 3rd.
June 3rd, very soon. Okay, so get that. You can pre-order.
Yes.
I'm sure you
It's
can.
called It's Not the End of It's Not the End of the World. It is technically fiction, but it is rooted in real life.
It sure is.
And also,
sure
if you
is.
are straight and you're into dystopian Black Mirror type shit, there's a lot of this going on. Is our tech wearables controlling our body and surveilling on us, as well as MMF threesomes.
And
so a little something for
MFF.
everyone.
MFF. See, look, that's a Freudian slip from Jason
Well,
there.
Whoopsies. I will be skipping that chapter in the sauna, of course.
Of course. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No. In fact, Jonathan, can you text me which chapters to skip? I just want to know, like, kind of before I get in here.
It's kind of like a child proofing on your iPad. Like, no, Chris, no, we don't do 13.
yeah, there have to be 2 women in the sex scene.
Exactly.
Jonathan, thank you. It was a hoot. We appreciate it.
It's been a hoot and a plunge. Smooch.
Baby girl, you a sucker tonight, huh? My dick hard as a motherfucker. You don't what? Tell that shit to another sucker. I ain't no sucker, mama. Come on, fuck the drama. Pet kiss it, damn. Lil Panorama. I'm so active, you being so drastic. Got something for your fake